Imagine standing right in the middle of Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The roar of the crowd is absolutely deafening. Welcome to this explainer, where we're breaking down a World Cup clash that, well, it was a total roller coaster. Today, we're looking at a match that had absolutely everything: tactical masterclasses, agonizing near misses, and a moment of pure, unadulterated history that an entire nation is going to remember forever. Let's get right into Austria's thrilling 3-1 victory over Jordan. To really grasp the gravity of this match, we've got to look at the sheer historical weight on both sides. On one hand, you've got Austria. Before stepping onto the pitch today, these guys had endured a grueling 36-year wait just to get back to the World Cup stage. Literally, their last appearance was Italy 1990. Now they're back, led by the tactical mastermind Ralf Rangnick, boasting a squad of battle-hardened veterans. And on the flip side, Jordan. Guys, this wasn't just another game. This was their first ever World Cup appearance. Period. Talk about a passionate debut. And just look at the Group J standings before a single ball was even kicked. The pressure was immense. Why? Because Argentina had already laid down a massive marker, completely dismantling Algeria 3-0, courtesy of a Lionel Messi hat trick, naturally. Because of that, the pressure on Austria was astronomical. They absolutely had to win this to stay competitive. And Jordan, they stepped out there with everything to prove. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, First Blood, focusing on Austria's tactical dominance. Right from the starting whistle, Rangnick's high-pressing system took total control, and it paid off beautifully right around the 20-minute mark. Austria orchestrates this incredibly patient passing sequence. They aren't rushing it, they're just waiting for that perfect opening. Eventually, Schläger spots Romano Schmid lurking right on the edge of the box. What Schmid does next it's just pure magic. He unleashes this stunning, curling shot that just sails into the far top corner, completely out of the keeper's reach. An absolute masterclass of a strike to put Austria up 1-0. But if Austria thought Jordan was just going to roll over, oh man, they were dead wrong. Look at how Jordan immediately fought back. Literally 2 minutes later, Ali Olwan connects with his absolute bullet of a header from a corner kick and smash right into the crossbar. The woodwork was probably still shaking. Then, fast forward to the 34th minute, Austrian keeper Alexander Schläger has to parry a fierce shot from Olwan, and Philippe Lienhart swoops in for a desperate game-saving block on the rebound. And right before the half, Jordan's star winger Moussa Al-Tamari goes on this dazzling solo run, weaving through defenders like they aren't even there, only to pull his final shot just wide. Jordan went into halftime down 1-0, but they absolutely deserve something from that half. Moving into Section 2, the turning point. A historic equalizer. And the stakes here, they completely shifted. Ali Olwan, the very same guy who was agonizingly denied by the crossbar in the first half, finally gets his redemption. He perfectly exploits this rare, fleeting gap in the Austrian defense, finds his angle, and boom, hits a precise low finish. The ball hits the back of the net, and we are tied at 1-1. But listen, this is so much more than just an equalizer. This is Jordan's first ever World Cup goal. Ever. Just picture the scene for a second. It was straight out of a movie. The exact moment that ball crossed the line, the entire Jordanian bench just sprinted onto the pitch. It was like time stood still. Teammates were crying, grabbing each other in total disbelief and pure, unadulterated joy. Back home in Jordan, an entire nation that had literally stayed up in the middle of the night to watch their boys play, they absolutely erupted. It wasn't just a goal. It was a dream made real. And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute magic of this new expanded 48-team World Cup format. Just look at the milestones we've already witnessed. Curacao scoring their first goal, Qatar getting theirs, and now Jordan. This expanded format is giving these smaller, deeply passionate footballing nations the platform to create these unforgettable, historic memories on the world's biggest stage. I mean, it's the beautiful game at its absolute finest, isn't it? All right, shifting gears to Section 3. The veteran finish, Austria's ruthless comeback. But as we all know, tournament football is brutally unforgiving. Austria leaned on their vast experience to basically weather that emotional storm from Jordan. They push forward, earn a corner, and the ball is swung in, creating absolute chaos in the penalty box. In the middle of that scramble, Jordanian defender Yazan El-Arab accidentally heads the ball into his own net. It's just agonizing. An absolute heartbreaker of an own goal for Jordan, and just like that, Austria reclaims the lead at 2-1. And then came the final nail in the coffin. A foul in the box triggers a super tense VAR review, which ultimately awards a penalty to Austria. Up steps the veteran striker Marko Arnautovic right off the bench. In a moment dripping with pressure, the guy is just ice cold. He sends the goalkeeper diving the totally wrong way and calmly slots a beautiful bottom left penalty finish. 3-1 Austria. A clinical, ruthless veteran move to secure all 3 points. So what does this all mean? Let's get into Section 4, post-match breakdown and analysis. The crucial point is, what do we actually take away from this wild 90 minutes of football? Well, think about the number 36. 36 years. That's how long Austria waited to secure a World Cup win. To face the immense pressure of their long-awaited return, to concede an incredibly emotional, historic equalizer to a debutant nation, and still have the mental grit and resilience to bounce back and win decisively, that right there is the mark of a deeply focused, mentally tough squad. What's really fascinating here is the sheer duality of the match. On one side, you have the brilliant execution of Rangnick's highly disciplined defensive system, paired perfectly with Romano Schmid's world-class strike. But on the other side, you've got Jordan's historic milestone, which unfortunately came alongside a deeply frustrating night for Musa Altamari. The guy was making these brilliant, dazzling runs all match long, but just couldn't find the finish when it mattered most. It just goes to show, at this level, it's a game of the finest margins. And all of this sets up an absolutely mouth-watering scenario for Group J. Both Argentina and Austria are now sitting pretty at the top of the group with 3 points each, which means their upcoming clash. We are talking Lionel Messi's Argentina going head-to-head against David Alaba's Austria is going to be an absolute thriller. That game is going to completely define the group and decide who truly takes that top spot. Man, what an incredible story this was. Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to pose a question directly to you. What was the absolute most unforgettable moment of the match? Was it the sheer raw emotion of Ali Olwan's historic first goal for his country? Or was it the pure electric magic of Musa Altamari tearing up the wing with his dribbling? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the beautiful game, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.